What's up, everyone? This is Rogue Daytrader broadcasting to you from the Rogue Barracks. I want to talk to you. No kidding, no jokes, being serious. What are you doing? The fuck are you doing? Do you even know? It's not a game. It's not a joke. You're putting your money on the line and you're losing it. That's not bullshit, ourselves. You're losing your money. Every time you lose it, you'll sell something, you go work, and you come back and you put it back to the market and you lose it again. And they know this. It's a pattern. It's a human pattern. You can't help it. It's the same reason why people don't like dividing large numbers. Have you thought about that? What's 1,000 divided by 3? 99% of you just quit. You won't even think about it. That's the side that you're trading with. Does that make sense to you? You don't want to trade from that side. It's hard. It's hard to do. You have to train yourself to trade differently. And it's not just about the strategy. Everyone thinks it's about the strategy. The strategy allows me or other people to teach you how to survive. And we're hoping you'll pick it up so you can run with it in your own way. You're not supposed to trade like us. You're supposed to trade in the method process, but not like us. Does that make sense? It's the same reason when I talk about paper trading platforms. You guys are sending me emails telling me that you don't understand, or you're bullshitting me, or you're crazy. All right? Paper trading is only useful for understanding the platform and back testing a couple strategies. Right? And if you've been trading for a while, you should already have your damn strategy. But if you're losing, you're basically jumping from strategy to strategy to strategy. It's a whole cycle. And the problem is that you always blame the strategy, you blame the signal, you blame all this stuff when really it's your fault. You're a horrible trader and you won't admit it. If you admit that you're a horrible trader, then at least you have some type of hope that you can work with. If you don't come to terms with reality, you're just going to blow up another account. And you don't want to do that. Uh, so for I can show you a couple trades. Let's see here. On Friday. Um, so I don't use TD because it's just too slow for me, and it doesn't have the mechanisms built into it to actually scalp it the way you're supposed to. But if you're a swing trader or anything other than a person that needs to get in and out within seconds, I mean, this is perfectly fine. Uh, but by far, I think that TD has one of the best charting applications out there. I just can't use it because this isn't the way I trade. They can't support what I need. So this was last Friday, which is JP Morgan, right? And here's the other thing. People spend so much time looking for stocks to trade. Give me a goddamn break. Unless you're doing option or unless you're doing some like fundamental swing trading and you're really keeping track of everything, it makes sense to spend all that time. But if you're a scalper like myself, we can care less what type of stock we're dealing with. And here's the secret, right? You guys want secrets. You always think there's a secret or there's some special pill or some special algo, which there are special algos that can help you. Um, but for the retail traders, there's no magic. Here, this is what you do to find stocks. Just follow the goddamn money. Wherever the money's at, you just go there and you say, oh, well, where's the money at? There's this cool thing called Google, right? Um, just Google, Yahoo and all these other places, and, scanners, high a day and low a day, and gappers. Like you just want to go where the money's at and concentrate. And so, anyways, I traded J.P. Morgan on Friday, and I failed both times. Right? I'm not gonna lie to you. I had two positions, and I failed at both positions. Now, something that I like to do is that I like to do something that I would never ever suggest you do. Never ever suggest you do this. Don't do this. I will teach this to some of the other traders, but I do not recommend anyone doing this because you can get stuck really easy doing this. But I actually try to catch the top of the stocks as they're reversing on the 1 minute window. And, I have a pretty good success rate with it. It's good enough that I continue to do it because you can fail like 4 times, and when you catch it, it just makes up for it. But you got to know when to stop, right? Um, so on JP, I uh, I tried catching it on the second candle, and I tried during the mid range on the third candle, and um, I failed. And I said, all right, what I saw, this is what I've described before, what I'm actually looking for. It actually stopped happening um, during the last 30 seconds of the second candle, like the last 15 or so seconds, and it stopped. And once I recognized that, I said, okay, I can't catch the top anymore. And I don't suggest you doing that because that's crazy, right? Catching the top is crazy because there is no top. You don't really know, right? It's a guess, it's a gamble. Everything that we do here is a gamble. If anyone tells you that they're not gambling, I personally would run, right? We tell the traders that you're gambling here, right? But you're gambling with an edge. So I failed on the two JPs. I was shorting it, um, and I stopped and I went on to a different stock. And I went over to all right. I went over to Win, and I mean this is easy. This is easy stuff here, right? Within seconds, you should have already figured out, right? This is a no-brainer, and I actually, I mean, it's a no-brainer for multiple strategies and multiple swing traders and scalpers and all that good stuff. Everything just came into alignment, but I actually caught it. Um, I got it right over 63. Right, everyone talks about whole numbers, right? Everyone talks about it. Everyone. Um, so yeah, it's not, yeah, I caught it right above 63 or so, and I just put my stop kind of 62. I don't know what I put it at, 87 or something like that, and I actually sold off about 64.50 or so. It was just about 64.50 or 65. Sorry, 65.50 something. Anyways, um, regardless of where I sold it, I mean that's an easy one, right? That's even if you're just looking for high days, right? High day, it's going to give it to you. If you're doing the red to green, it's going to give it to you. I mean, this is just a generic. I mean, I saw this and I immediately got into it because everyone was getting into it. Um, and even if, say, you went in at a low, if you went in at a low risk, like 20,000 a pop or 40,000 a pop, um, the two JPM trades, if you have your risk in there, I mean, you're in the red, but it doesn't take much to get out of it, right? Even if you went in at 20,000 and you had your JPM trades with like 20 cents or 15-cent stops in there, and say it hit both those stops, right? You're just over or just under about 100 or so, right? And then this just completely clears it up. I mean, and that's the other thing, right? If you're going to trade this style, you've got to, of course, you've got to have enough capital not to be labeled as a pattern day trader because um, sometimes I might get in and out 4 times in a stock, right? And you've got to be able to have the capital to do that. So I'm going to start delivering more content, and I'll talk about some other things. So hopefully you enjoy IG and you'll enjoy some of the um, content on YouTube. But once again, I don't use TD Ameritrade. I just like their graphs and their charts. They're nice to look at. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care.